Is Semmelweis worth building? I'm sure a lot of people are wondering about that. So no worries, okay, that's what we're going to talk about today. Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. To build or not to build? That is the question. If you want my true personal opinions on this, I can tell you that Semmelweis is definitely worth building. So without further ado, let's get right into it, okay? First of all, Semmelweis is a 6-star mineral type who deals reality type damage. And as you can see right here, her main role is a support, followed by DPS and then HP sacrifice, okay? And at first you thought like, HP sacrifice, that's a good thing. Yeah, don't worry, we'll explain everything for you, okay? So first of all, one of the best thing about Semmelweis is that she has a very powerful buff, okay? This buff is similar to NNE buff, okay? So it buffs everybody 15% damage for 2 rounds. On top of that, you can select the target, and then select target not only gains additional 10% damage boost, but also 15% crit rate increase, okay? And the only thing you need to watch out for is the character that you selected. Every time they use action, they will lose a little bit of health every time. Level 2, level 3. So it's like 40% damage increase on top of a 15% crit rate. So just this buff alone, Semmelweis is definitely worth building already. So you can pretty much just build her and let her be the buffer for your team. But if you think that 40% damage increase is never enough, then don't worry, we have more. So the first thing is, after you use the ultimate, she will shave a big chunk of HP from your entire team and then create this blood domain. So within this domain, all your ally will have a 20% damage reduction. And whenever the ally attacks, for every 10% health missing, that character have a 5% damage increase. And with this ultimate alone, since it shaved 20% HP, it will already have a 10% damage increase, up to 40%. One thing to keep in mind though, is whenever you decide to use her ultimate, you're putting your team at brink of death. So make sure you have some good healer or shielder to keep your team alive. In addition, her ultimate also let her do her follow-up attack, which is a mass attack that deals 80% reality damage to all enemies. Keep in mind her ultimate lasts 3 turns, so that means a follow-up attack will happen 3 times in total, assuming your enemy or yourself didn't remove the buff from her. But if you still think that 80% damage increase is still never enough, then don't worry, because her Insight boosts her ability even more. Her Insight 3 boosts her follow-up attack by 30% whenever one of your ally lost health when they take action. And this stack up to 20 times. So if you can do the calculations, 30 times 20 is grand total of 600. And on top of that, the skill originally have 80%, so it sums up to a grand total of 680%. If you want to compare that, that's what most ultimate damage looks like. And don't forget, this follow-up attack can happen 3 times. And pretty often, by the time that her ultimate ends, her next ultimate is ready. So as you can see, her follow-up attacks can pretty easily maintained. Another thing that worth mention is that her Insight 1 lets her begin the battle with 3 Moxie. And as you can see, she can easily have her ultimate ready by turn 2. Her Insight 3 let her gain 1 Moxie after using her ultimate, which allows her to cycle her ultimate much easier. As for her portrait, she's perfectly at P0, but if you want to increase her team bonus potential, then you can pick up her P1. It's very useful. Increase the damage from 40% to 60%. And her P2 to P5, it just increased her personal damage. And the one that we're talking about is her P2 and P5, because it increased her follow-up attack damage by huge amount. So if you are thinking about getting her portrait, yeah, P1, P2, P5 are all really good. So now, which team goes well with Semmelweis? And the simple answer is she can pair well with any DPS, because every DPS likes more damage bonus and crit rate. She's very universal in that way. Semmelweis also have great synergy with self-damaging character like Eternity, Ezra, Kakania, and upcoming character Jay, because they can boost her follow-up attack. Balloon Party's last HP base healing works pretty well with her as well. There are a couple characters you might want to avoid using with Semmelweis. Characters such as Catan, Tuesday, Nopera, since they all have array, and you can only have one array activate at a time, so pair her with those characters is not optimal. And of course, you want to avoid any character that provides damage bonus percent such as NN Lee, Necrologist, Pico, and Argus, since the buff won't stack. And finally, you want to avoid any HP balancing character such as Charlie and Pafia, because they want to maintain a HP at a certain threshold, right? And then Semmelweis HP drain will mess up their tactic. Here are some of the best side tubes you can use on her. The first one is From the Depth, her signature side tube, which you can get from patch 2.0. And before that, you can use Long Night Talk. It's a very decent one on Semmelweis. And of course, Blasphemer of Night is also another good option for her if you already have that one built up. In conclusion, her universal support with powerful damage bonus and crit rate pair well with her high personal damage multiplier, and she has access to both AoE and single target attacks. And don't forget, her buff can apply to herself as well, which enhances her personal DPS even more. And she synergizes well with self-damaging character, giving life to old character like Eternity. And to maintain her buff, it's pretty simple, so that's another bonus. And the best part of her is she's free. It's given to you for free, so why not use her, right? There are a couple things that you want to watch for when you use Semmelweis. Is first of all, her high HP cost that requires a substantial amount of sustain. Makes your team more vulnerable to burst damage. And secondly, not many self-damaging characters available as patch 1.9, so stacking up damage for her follow-up attack damage takes time. I hope you found this video helpful. If you liked the video, please don't forget to give a like and subscribe. I'll be really appreciated. And I hope you have a good day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.